Once upon a time, in a land where the sky was always kissed by twilight, there lay a hidden village called Luminara. This village was unique, for it was bathed in the soft, silvery glow of moonlight that never waned. The village's magic came from the moonlit garden, a mystical place where moonflowers bloomed only under the light of the full moon, their petals shimmering with a light that was said to grant wishes. The guardian of this enchanted garden was an elderly woman named Elowen. Elowen was revered as the wish keeper, entrusted with the delicate balance of the garden's magic. She had a wise and gentle nature, and her presence was a source of comfort and hope to the villagers. The garden's moonflowers were said to grant one wish to anyone with a heart pure enough to truly believe. One night, as the full moon hung low in the sky, casting its gentle light over Luminara, a young girl named Lyra made her way to the moonlit garden. Lyra was known for her kindness and her desire to help others. Her mother was ill, and despite all their efforts, no remedy seemed to help her. Lyra hoped that the moonlit garden could provide a cure. As Lyra entered the garden, she was greeted by the soft hum of the moonflowers and the soothing scent of their petals. Elowen stood among the flowers, her silver hair shimmering like moonlight. She smiled warmly at Lyra. "Welcome, dear child," Elowen said. "I see you have come to seek the magic of the moonlit garden. What is it that you wish for?" Lyra took a deep breath and, with a voice full of hope, replied, "My mother is very sick, and I wish for her to be healed." Elowen's eyes softened with sympathy. The moonlit garden is known for its power, but the wishes it grants are delicate. They require a heart that not only desires but also understands the true meaning of sacrifice and love. Elowen handed Lyra a silver lantern. "This lantern will guide you to the heart of the garden, where the moonlit flower, the rarest bloom of all, grows. But the journey is not easy. You must face 3 trials, each designed to test the purity of your heart and the strength of your spirit." With a determined nod, Lyra set off, the lantern casting a gentle glow on her path. The first trial was a vast labyrinth of thorny vines. As Lyra made her way through the maze, she encountered a small, trapped fox with its paw caught in a snare. Despite her urgency, Lyra stopped to free the fox, carefully untangling the snare and soothing its frightened cries. The fox, with eyes full of gratitude, darted off into the underbrush. As Lyra continued, the thorns of the labyrinth seemed to part before her, guiding her forward. The second trial was a serene pond surrounded by luminescent lilies. The water of the pond was covered in a thick fog, and in its center was a golden lily. To reach the lily, Lyra had to cross the pond on a set of floating stones, but the fog obscured the stones' positions. Lyra took a deep breath and, trusting her intuition, stepped carefully from stone to stone. Each time she hesitated, the fog thickened, but as she moved with faith and patience, the fog began to lift, revealing the path ahead. She reached the golden lily and gently picked it, a soft light emanating from it. For the final trial, Lyra arrived at the heart of the garden, where a great oak tree stood, its branches heavy with silver leaves. The tree spoke in a deep, resonant voice, "To obtain the moonlit flower, you must offer something of great value." Lyra thought deeply. The lantern she held was precious, but her love for her mother and her desire to help her were even more precious. With a heavy heart but determined spirit, Lyra placed the lantern at the base of the oak tree. The moment she did, the moonlit flower appeared in a burst of silver light. It was the most beautiful flower Lyra had ever seen, its petals shimmering with an otherworldly glow. She carefully picked the flower and made her way back to Elowen. Elowen received the moonlit flower with a reverent bow. "You have proven yourself with your bravery, kindness, and selflessness. The magic of this flower is powerful, and it will heal your mother." Elowen crafted a potion from the flower's petals and handed it to Lyra. With a heart full of hope and gratitude, Lyra rushed home and administered the potion to her mother. Slowly, color returned to her mother's cheeks, and she awoke, her illness completely gone. The village celebrated Lyra's bravery and the healing of her mother with a grand festival under the full moon. The moonlit garden bloomed even more brightly that night, and the lanterns of Luminara shone with renewed brilliance. Elowen continued to watch over the moonlit garden, her role as the Wish-Keeper a beacon of hope and magic for the village. Lyra's story became a cherished legend, a reminder of the power of love, sacrifice, and the true magic that lies in the heart of those who dare to wish with a pure and selfless heart. And so, under the eternal moonlight of Luminara, Lyra and her mother lived happily ever after, their lives forever touched by the magic of the moonlit garden and the selfless bravery of a young girl whose love knew no bounds.